Django. Django.
You have now entered the lab with Elvis Escobar, Fort Sama, episode 28. On the road again, Myrtle Beach.
On the road again.
Shout out. Obviously, we met up in Savannah, Georgia, where you're currently laying your head. That was a fun meetup. That was a fun,
we had a good time.
4 hours, 3 hours of time?
Yeah, a little short-lived, but hey, anytime with you is a great time, baby.
Yeah, it always makes me feel like, obviously for people that don't know, I usually do my podcast side in South Florida. He used to do it from Jacksonville. Then he moved to Savannah. So it's different, obviously, when we talk all the time via text, FaceTime, we do these episodes, and then you connect physically. It's different, automatically we start vibing, you start catching up. And, the little bit of content that we put out on our story was fun because it makes me think, like, what can we put out if we've seen each other every weekend?
For real, bro.
Fun.
And, soon, in a few weeks, we gonna cook something up. It's going to be in person. It's going to be different. It's going to be fun. But, that was, one of the first times that I actually got to go out, downtown Savannah and just, have a few drinks. We was taking some shots. That big ass pizza box, big ass pizza.
They kept on replenishing that pizza box, bro.
Dude,
that was not the only pizza box that was there when we were there.
That shit was the size of my desk, bro. It was 48 inches by 48 inches.
I don't know if that was for a VIP or a section, but it seemed like people were just going up to the pizza box and snagging a slice.
Yeah, I
was
know.
Close to it.
We should have pulled up and tried to see what's up. That shit was funny. And then buddy that came up to me thought you were Game Bread, thought you were Masvidal.
That was awesome. That was a great way to end it.
He's like, yo, I dead ass thought you were Masvidal. And then he looked at me. He's like, I thought you were gonna get your ass beat, bro. Because we were we were close to each other, facing each other, talking shit and whatnot. And it looked like we were kind of arguing. If it's someone that doesn't know our hand
I thought back on the
our
situation.
body
I was like, if I was him, I would probably think the same thing, kind of.
That's
funny.
Great, yeah, because I'm in your ear and I'm going like this and I'm talking shit and you're in my ear doing the same thing.
Yeah, that was cool. Savannah, we didn't get to experience it too much. Obviously, I had on Friday began a trip from South Florida all the way to Savannah to make it to Myrtle Beach. We stopped off. It was 6 hours maybe drive, 6+ out with a couple stops and some stupid traffic, but experiencing for the nightlife and then experiencing maybe the next day was pretty cool. Daytime, got some brunch, got to see kind of the experience. Very nice, dude, beautiful. As far aesthetically, with the trees, with the roads, and with the houses,
city.
Very nice.
It's one of the older cities in the country, and you can see that in the houses and shit. It's different. I drive down sometimes, and I'm like, yo, this is dope. This is It feels like you're kind of in the Midwest type shit sometimes, but I fucks with it. Granted, I haven't been out too much, but the last few weeks I've been downtown a little bit more since I got here, and it's dope. I gotta get out more. Yeah,
for sure. And how far are you out from there? You said 20 minutes, maybe
20, 30 minutes. Not too bad. Yeah. So
nice ride.
Yeah,
not too packed. Obviously, it started raining, and it kind of threw a little wrench in our plans, but. Glad we got to meet up. Gave you the stickers, which you needed to slap around. Everywhere you go.
Get busy with them stickers, boy. They gonna go everywhere.
You right away told that kid. Yeah. We have a podcast.
Scan this shit. And he's like, can I keep it? And I was like, scan this shit first.
That's funny. I try to keep treat my stickers like gold. I hand them to my close friends, whatever. But I'm not about to be giving them out. Shits cost money.
I only give it. Yeah, that's true. I only gave it out to Buddy because he came up to us and Masvidal shit.
You showed love.
It's already a joke funny. In between us. So I was like, bro, fuck it. Plus, I was 4 or 5 shots of tequila deep, a few mixed drinks. So, I was feeling myself. I was having a good night.
Yeah, we had a quick. If only that night lasted from 7 or 8 to after midnight, we would have had some good, some more memories and more content. But we have, in 2 weeks we'll have a whole week or weekend. So hopefully we'll be able to record episode. What is that? 30. We'll be able to have some, some fun with it. See what we can do. We
3-0. Shout out Steph Curry.
Yeah, we recently booked somebody that has a good following in the media.
You booked somebody?
Yeah, we got something. So maybe that person could hop on episode 30 when we're together and have a really good episode. That might be a good quality, quality episode. Yeah, I'm excited about that guest that we'll have on. Hopefully that person will be on many times because I feel like we never met that person, but little engagement we've done in social media, we're vibing.
That's how all our guests have been.
Yeah, right. That is. I keep forgetting about that.
So like. It might be a theme. Who knows?
I love it. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't break it, right? Right now, I have a little makeshift lab. My laptop's balancing on a stool. I got a box on a stool. I got my ring light. I got my green screen on a drape.
Dedicated.
Yeah, figuring it out.
The green screen. I see you.
Figuring it out. You got to make it work. On the road, Esco. So. We're figuring out in Myrtle Beach. I've listened to a shit ton of country music. If Drake's album didn't drop this week, I would have listened to zero hip hop. I mean it. It's like
that album wasn't hip hop though.
I stand corrected. It's not hip hop. I would have listened to zero black people music. Because nothing but country, whether it's radio, whether it's today we went to a nice like action park museum type thing, and it's fun. I love it. They talk about, I'm drinking my beer, having a roll of rock, whatever.
Ripley's Museum there in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, that's. I think we're going to that eventually this week. Yeah, vacation for me. I thought this vacation for 7 days was going to be me doing nothing, but I just got to do one thing per day for a couple to few hours. So I know. I just want to. When I'm home, I'm doing nothing but. Shit I don't want to do, so it's like, whatever. But Myrtle Beach is cool. I knew growing up people come down here all the time from New York and New Jersey, but I don't think it's for me. This 1 week full of it is probably enough that I get the point, But it's cool. We're in a condo, like 4 bedrooms. We're here with another family, like friends of friends or whatever it is of Bree's in-law, Bree's family, so it's cool. Just chilling. Only on day 3. Friday I got in a nice little workout. That was good. Needed to get that. I need to get the code to the gym for the last 2 days once I got it.
Getting that pump, bro?
Locked in. Yeah, I did like a quick 20-minute pump. Quick pump.
Okay.
Get a little swole, feel a little achy, and then, hop on the pod.
You get that quick like arm pump before you go out, 20-minute, 30-minute workout. I see you.
A little bit, yeah. It was,
That's a major key alert. If I know I'm gonna go out and I have plans to go out, but like, let's say I'm like, I gotta do chest and back, or I gotta do shoulders or some shit. Like, if I'm going out, I do a quick, like 3 sets of tris, maybe 1 set of biceps, so I can have that little arm pump. My arms look a little bit bigger. Like
depending on what you're wearing, from the sleeve down, you get a little bi action.
Yep.
Shoulder.
If I'm gonna wear that button down, I gotta get that pump. Get that chest. Maybe do 100 push-ups before I go out. That's
easy. Have to.
100 push-ups, bro. 100 push-ups a day is gonna change your life. Like, guaranteed.
If I know I'm going in, if I'm going to a pool or a beach, I'm at least banging out a quick 25 or 50, just to, get the juices flowing, get the heart rate up, get the veins popping out, show out, right? But anytime I have to work out quick, or I know I'm not going to do like too many sets of things, like today I just did bis, tris, and a little back, like try to just hurt tomorrow, be a little sore tomorrow, so I can knock it out the park, and then the rest of the week I'll do a little routine.
Knock it out the park. Respectfully.
It's early in the week. Thank you for tuning into episode 28. We got a lot to cover. Obviously, NBA champions were crowned. Golden State Warriors. Spoiler alert if you don't know, if you lived under a rock.
You gotta see it on Twitter, bros.
We'll get into it. KYRIE might leave the Nets. We got the NBA draft on Thursday. That's basketball. Then we got the Drake album. We got World Cup stuff. We got UFC, Formula 1. I got some news that I'm doing later in the year about that. But let's start this off. Obviously, yesterday was Father's Day. Shout out.
Shout out to all the papas.
Shout out to all the pops. You're not there with your family, like I'm not.
Yo, it's so funny.
Showed some love.
Yeah, I FaceTimed him, and this man was doing the most dad thing possible. My guy was at Home Depot. I'm like,
of course. I would expect him at the very little I know. I would expect him to be at Home Depot.
It's Father's Day, Sunday,
or in an attic somewhere, right? Or in someone else's attic.
One or two. It's like, bro, like, take a chill pill, like, relax. You know, it's your day. Like, no, take it easy.
Yeah.
But nah, he was like, it's so funny because we're on FaceTime. He's like, he goes up to one of the Home Depot people and he holds the phone to here. He's like, this is my son. This is my son. He's like, dile lo que yo necesito. Telling me to tell Buddy what he needs. I'm like, oh, my dad needs this. He's looking for a Wi-Fi extender.
Oh, my God.
And I'm translating on FaceTime for this guy. I'm like, oh, doing the most, bro. But nah, he set up a TV outside in the pool.
Nice.
It was very nice. Had to get the
laptop
Wi-Fi extender. So, bought an HDMI cord, the deluxe
there you
shit.
Go.
Bought a Fire Stick. Yo, my dad's finally in 2021.
Bro.
In 2022. He's finally in the 21st century. It's crazy.
The days people experience TVs outside. How do you get it outside? You get that Wi-Fi extender. What do you need in that TV sometimes? Because sometimes the TV is not smart. It's not a smart TV, but you can make it work these days.
TV, bro.
Okay. You get that Amazon Fire Stick that I have right now? Bro, that Fire Stick, I can't believe I've been using a Google Chromecast for years because I like to have both just in case, different situations hook up differently and, different TVs. Because, like, when I went into the hotel in Savannah, the Amazon Fire Stick wasn't working properly, but probably the Chromecast would have, or certain Airbnbs or certain people's houses responds different to Wi-Fi. So I always have two on me. I have either or when I travel, and that Fire Stick's fire.
Yeah. The thing I like about the Chromecast is if you download the Chromecast app on your phone,
okay,
you can do iPhone to like your TV. So I got a Chromecast. Shout out my ex. She gave me that. Probably one of the best things she ever gave me. I still use that shit.
Except for that thing that you got rid of.
Yeah. We good now. A little bit of antibiotics. Take a week off. You be all right. I mean, like.
Shout out your new microphone, by the way.
Ooh, new mic, new hat.
I'm holding my microphone because I got no
green screen.
To put it on.
Green screen. I'm chilling.
And a green screen.
I'm chilling with Joe and
Byron.
Both Joes.
One's dead, one's alive. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out that.
This man don't know how to ride a bike, bro.
Dog. It's a great transition from fathers to old pops not knowing where the fuck he's at. But that man, I played that 8 times immediately. I had to.
That is memes coming to life because everyone's seen the meme of someone riding that little cartoon meme, riding the bike, falling off the bike, and then they made it where it's like, oh, Russia. Like, oh, fuck, Putin. Like,
bruh. So good. And it's funny because they had the short version that I seen the first few times, and then they had the longer version with him, like, actually more in HD, him coming the way. You get to kind of see the traffic, like, what was going on. Because the quick version, when it first came up, it was like, all right, he pulled up and he fell, but you need to know some context. Like, where was he coming from? Who was around? Maybe something happened that he reacted to. And then when you see what happened in the details, his foot, he just didn't pull his foot from the how have the wrap around your foot so you could stay on it.
And shit, yeah.
He just couldn't get it out, and my man just fell. I mean, I think I've done that before. But it happened into him when cameras around, and it just makes sense, and it needed to happen. Shit like that needs to happen.
Hey, it's bad to say that
he's okay. You could say whatever you want.
He rides a bike worse than he's riding the country right now. But like, bro,
that was the quote of the week.
Yeah, for real. Like, and that's not the first time he's been on camera busting his ass, because he busted his ass getting up Air Force One.
My man looks lost all the time. If he's not falling, he looks lost.
like he's a puppet, bro, and it's really fucked up.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Like we're supposed to talk, but I don't even want to get into it because like I'm just gonna really go all out. But
yeah, say what you need to say, and then we move on. You know,
it's fucked up, bro. Like nobody respects us right now. I bet you Putin got that shit on loop. On fucking loop. Kim Jong-un got that shit on loop. They're on FaceTime watching this shit laughing. They're like, oh, look at this motherfucker can't ride a bike type shit. Like, bro, like, and then you got Putin in here wearing his black belt and doing karate shit.
Well, allegedly, according to Joe Rogan, that he learned from other people is that Putin's got cancer. And he's had it for, he's got super strict restrictions, if that's, redundant. But with COVID, because obviously people with cancer and any major illness or a major that could affect it with getting just any type of sick.
For real.
Yeah, so I think it was not talked about, but then little by little people start to realize, like, all right, he's being extra precaution, has extra precaution, extra rules, and I think people learn that he might have cancer and that he's taking it. Obviously, that motherfucker wants to live to 200, so he's making sure that nobody comes into contact with him, or he's making sure. But that'll be interesting when he passes. The same thing about Castro. Obviously, Castro passed. Nothing changed. Well, a little bit changed. Shit. We kind of went with right. What I'm saying is there was a little time where U.S. you could go to Cuba, visit, and then they put the ban back on or something like that. Right? That was like 5 years ago. No?
Oh, yeah. To visit?
Yeah, it was like the visit thing. They kind of got a little, and then it kind of went back away. But be interesting to see if Putin, when he dies, is like, will a stronger motherfucker and a more ruthless person come back?
Yeah, Obama opened
you
it.
Never know.
Obama opened Cuba, and then Trump closed it again.
Okay, then that's what it was. All right, at least I wasn't speaking out of my ass.
No.
Yeah, Byron, he's got training wheels on his bike now. Good for him. Little bell, let people know he's falling.
Ding, 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 bro. Like, come on, man. Like, it's not cool, bro. It's not a good look. Not a good look at all.
Not at all. All right. Well, let's jump into the main news of the week. Golden State Warriors, NBA champions, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, Draymond Green's number 4. Curry finally gets his finals MVP. Draymond Green gets to talk his shit after people calling them, either him done or him washed, and that whatever keeps you motivated.
He's having the time
at the
of
end
his
of the
life right now. Him and
Klay,
yeah, they're both living it up, and it's like
we didn't see it, bro. If you look back on the season, they were relevant for most of the season. I will say that
they started 18-2,
but we didn't think they were it, right? We didn't think, because at that point they still didn't have Klay back. Jordan Poole was doing his thing, but like, can he maintain it? So a lot of question mark. Andrew Wiggins wasn't proven yet. So Draymond was hurt a little bit. So
he did get all-star starters. So like, but that was also kind of just like iffy as well in its own sense.
Yeah, but that was at least more than halfway through the season, or at least going through. I mean, in the first month or two, when people were putting out their projections, we didn't think that the Golden State Warriors would be in the finals or win it. I mean, right? Not obviously, at least, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. And the scary part is, like, obviously they got a good squad, but it's playoffs, it's the finals. They're only playing like 6 or 7 deep, but
yeah,
they still got Wiseman, who was hurt the whole year.
That's crazy. They got
Kuminga, who's 19, so he couldn't go out with them boys. He can't.
Both didn't play in the major runs to the playoffs.
In the Western Conference Finals, barely, and didn't play in the finals. And then they got Moses Moody too, who can shoot.
Bro, I forgot they have it. That's ridiculous that they have a top 10 pick just hiding there.
Or 3, because they got Wiseman, Kuminga, and Moody, bro.
You know what it is with who's the first one that they drafted? Wiseman. So Wiseman, I know about. He's been hurt, right? That's somebody that he's young. He'll figure it out. He'll come back, and he could probably be an all-star in 2 years because once he gets rolling, right? But it's the other two that I forget about, like Kuminga and Moody. It's like, holy shit. It's like that year that they lost and got embarrassed, and due to injury, it wasn't because they sucked. damn, it's just wild that, and it's why you can't project sports so black and white, because you have the Golden State Warriors that Clay goes down in that Toronto finals. They get injured the next year after KD wins, and they have the worst year, top 3 pick, and you're like, all right, this is going to make or break them. Then they come back and just do it again. And it's like
Clay got hurt twice.
Wild.
Like,
yeah,
wild,
trying to
like,
rehab.
Tough, yeah. Possible career-ending injuries like ACL, like with science and medicine and shit, like modern you can come back from ACL 8 to 10 months now, but an Achilles pop, bro, that shit ain't no joke. Just ask Mike. Just ask Mike Grundy. He'll tell you. But
shout out.
Hey, look. So for him to even
he might not come back as typical Clay, and
he hasn't looked like it. I mean, and people are like, "Oh, Clay sucks. Clay clamps him. Whatever."
It takes a full year.
This man missed 2 full years, and for him to come back and get into rhythm and playing shape, that shit not easy, bro.
He'll get it back. That's why KD took that extra year. Like, he could have came back in the pandemic, which Clay did, but he needed that little bit of extra time. And I think that Clay with a full, if he gets after it, which I know he will, in the summer, he'll be full Clay, if health remains, because you need that full year to get back.
With those players that we just mentioned, he's not going to have to do all that slashing and cutting
exactly.
Defense and rebounding that he does now. He could be strictly, like, he's not going to do it, but he could be strictly corner, catch and shoot. Like, and he'll still kill motherfuckers with that shit.
Yeah.
So, bro, you got a starting, maybe potential starting lineup or a good rotational 5 of Curry, Poole, Clay, Kuminga / Moody, and Wiseman. Or you put Draymond in there, like, bro, like, that's scary, bro.
Yeah, it really is
scary.
You want to talk about the scariest team over the next 5 years? It's that team right there, because the skills that, this is nice and comfortable I got going on here with the. Oh yeah, this is nice. I might have to make my lab like this. I'm over here chilling. With the team that, what?
You leaning now?
No, I'm leaning. I'm good. When you talk about 5 years out, we're always quick to, all of a sudden we want to call Draymond dead, Clay dead, and Curry, he's never gotten that finals, and then all of a sudden when they get it, we think they're the best thing ever. Yeah, and then we're like, oh yeah, I knew it the whole time. Yeah, it's so recent. But when you talk about 5 years from now, you're talking about 2027. What teams, what age? You're looking at Stephen Curry's ability and his talent. It's still going to be not able to do on a quickness level and a fast, but he's not going to forget how to shoot. His quickness will not help his shooting, because his shooting does rely on his quickness, so that will kind of go away. But he becomes a spot up shooter. Okay, cool. Like, you know what I mean? So like, that's fine. That's fine too. You just find somebody that
they got Poole coming right back.
That's what I mean. Him, bro. And that's my second thing was the Poole, Wiggins. They're gonna have to figure that out, because they're both gonna get paid, and there's only so much money to go around.
Who would you keep if you had to keep one of them? Who you keeping?
You got to keep Wiggins out of the pool. Yeah, Wiggins been, man, that I get it. Poole, to me, Poole is like not a Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't want to disrespect either, but like, you're still taking a chance on a guy that's overachieved, right? And it's like Wiggins, you knew he had the talent back in high school, back in college. You knew, like, everything has been confirmed. Yeah, it might have taken Wiggins in the right situation to confirm it, but at least every level he's confirmed it. Poole is still confirming it. So if I'm an NBA executive, I look at that. It's very simple. You look at age, too. You look at contract, yes. But I'm just saying, one or the two right off the bat, I'm going to have to go with Wiggins just because he's still young. He's been proving it over in every level, and Poole is still trying to prove it. So, love Poole's game, love his confidence. He reminds me of Spencer Dinwiddie, where it's like he shouldn't be that confident, and he is. And that's what you love about him. He shouldn't be what he is on the basketball floor, like showing so much confidence and the ability to
as a
ISO, but he is.
Yeah. I think, man, it's tough for me because this run that Wiggins did in like the last few rounds of the playoffs and the finals, like he dropped 26 with like 13 rebounds, and he had a 16 rebound game.
Yep.
And that's with Robert Williams and Al Horford on the Celtics. So that's no small feat.
Talking defense and offense, bro.
Yeah, slashing everything. Like, I think it goes to a game 7 without Andrew Wiggins, like for sure. And then anything happens in game 7. But I want to say Poole. I think you keep Poole just because of his potential. What could be, like, we kind of already like know who Wiggins is. Like, yeah, he can get a little bit better, but he's already like made his mark in my sense. He balled out, you know. The only reason I think they keep Wiggins over Poole is because right now they can definitely get a lot more for Poole than they can get for Wiggins. I heard Kings might trade their 4th pick for Poole. Bro, you give the Warriors a 4th pick? Come on, bro. But like, it's just crazy. Some of the things he did this season, like dropping 30. He gave the Heat 30 plus twice, both times they played, and this dude just exudes confidence. It's crazy.
And this is when you got to give the Warriors GM credit. Is back in the KD era, there was tough decisions to be made after. Obviously, they traded away, got D'Lo, then traded D'Lo away to get Wiggins. And now you have an abundance of assets right now, and tough decisions will be made, but the Warriors will make the right ones because Wiggins is 27 years old, bro. 27. He's not in his prime. To me, prime isn't till 28, 29. And prime can last 4 to 5 years. So I look at 27 to 33, 28 to 32. That's kind of like you got that window. Obviously, you could excel after that or before it. But, I mean, your real experience, growth, everything, right? He's 27. You got Poole that's 23 years old. 6'4" is Poole. 6'7" is Wiggins. You know, you got to factor that in. You got to factor in height. You got to factor in both sides of the ball. I keep Wiggins. Man, he's not a shooter, and that's exactly what you really don't need on this team. You know, you could sign another shooter off the bench, but what this guy brings is, I wouldn't have, if you would have told me I'd be hyping up Wiggins and talking like this because I had him on my fantasy team last year, I would not believe you, but I am. And that's the beauty of sports and the beauty of the NBA is what you say on record, and I'm sure there's things that we said on record one day, and then 2 months later we look like a damn fool. It's just how it is. Well, let's wrap up the NBA Finals. So
I know why Embiid is trending on Twitter now.
Good.
Someone said much of the speculation has been the Miami Heat is focusing on 2 players, Utah Jazz point guard Donovan Mitchell or Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid. Yeah, I'm focused on acquiring Rihanna and Dua Lipa. Like, bruh. I mean,
damn, Dua Lipa, hot, she trending.
Bruh, chill. Dua Lipa, bro, that video, her dancing and singing, goddamn.
I started following her and started liking some things. Next thing you know, she's everywhere on my reels, every interview. It's like, I can't get away from her now.
Nah, she's serious, bro. As my cousin would say, carne puerco. Carne puerco, bro.
Goddamn. Fake Klay Thompson. Oh. I was gonna transition.
Hey, Warriors are good content, bro. Warriors are good content. Their parade was funny. Klay's hat falling off, him truck sticking fucking chick running whatever, drinking Henny. Draymond.
I just seen that right before we started recording.
Curry with his 3 rings on his chain. Before, like,
great content.
That's funny.
Steve
and
Curry
Riley's old as hell now, bro.
She a grown woman almost.
Shit's nuts. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Let's wrapping up. Warriors, shout out them. Obviously, Dynasty official. You know, you had a dynasty before, but now that you can come back with the same core, and get it done again, put the stamp on it. No questioning any of those mainstay Warriors that's been around for years because they checked every box. NBA draft this Thursday. Orlando Magic, number 1 pick, right?
Yes, sir.
Shout out Bob, number 1 pick. It's not guaranteed who is getting, we haven't seen. Obviously, the NBA, if you guys didn't know, the NBA moved up. It used to be free agency first and then the NBA draft. Or, right? NBA draft used to be way after. Or
yeah, I think
but so. Now they moved up the NBA draft. So now it used to be like, you made moves and then you drafted your team. Now it's like you could draft your team, but you don't know who you're drafting for in order to get. Meaning, oh shit, you don't have a shooting guard. You could draft a shooting guard now and then sign a shooting guard, and you're like, oh fuck, what the fuck do we do? So it brings a different strategy to the game. So that's this Thursday. That'll be fun. Not sure. I mean, Nets wise, I don't know who we have. We have a first round. I think we gave around our first round pick, so then we have second. But brings me to my next point: KYRIE and the Nets. The saga and the drama continues.
Continues, bro. Continues.
Today it came out. Shams said that they met in an impasse, which means right now, as it stands, I Google that word. Pat McAfee explained that word. It means they don't agree and they are stuck on stupid and they will not be moving forward, most likely. I don't know if that's a ploy. I don't know if that's because he says he wants to stay with the Nets. Obviously, he fucks with KD heavy. Ideally, he would love to have his future be with KD and in New York. But, if the money don't match up, I'm sure the Nets lowballed him with an offer because he has a player option. But I could say a lot about that, which I won't because I want to see how it progresses. And we'll know by next episode maybe how that will go. So I don't want to overreact on it, but he could re-sign tomorrow and we'll be like, all right, well, he got a new deal worked out. It was just a blimp. What do you think about it? He could go to LA, Lakers, Clippers, Knicks if he's traded. Because he's going to be traded. He wouldn't just become a free agent. It wouldn't work out salary cap for a lot of these teams.
I don't think the Nets trade him to the Knicks. That's not going to happen.
I don't think that should happen, even if they have a better offer, but you're right.
Yeah, if they're going to trade him, he's definitely going to go to the West Coast. But, I mean, he left Cleveland to go play by himself. He didn't want to play with LeBron.
In Boston, yep.
And now you change your mind. Now, I don't know how I don't know how Lakers trade could work. They're not going to take Russ for Kyrie.
I'm not. If we do,
then you got Russ with KD again, and you switch
Give me PJ Tucker instead of fucking Russell Westbrook, and I'll take the loss of money because that is just not going to work.
So yeah, I mean there was 5 teams that they were saying Kyrie, Nets plus 100, Clippers, Lakers, and some other 2 teams, but those are the top 3. Obviously, there's a lot of him talks to Miami. I don't know who we could trade for the cap. Jimmy said that a few years back, if he had to play with one player in the league, it'd be Kyrie Irving. I mean, we need another scorer, and there's not many scorers better out there than Uncle Drew. So,
yeah,
would I love that? Of course, absolutely. He gets to come to Florida. He doesn't have to worry about these COVID shit, whatever. He could do his shit.
That'd be ideal, considering that,
the earth is flat, so, hey, I mean, I love Kyrie since he was at Duke. I'll take it.
I've been defending him. Yeah, I've been defending him a lot, and at this point...
Donovan Mitchell. My bad.
Got you. Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he's still got a bright future, and he's a scorer. He seems unselfish. Utah Jazz has that curse that they can't get over the hump. Whether it's individually or championship-wise. So I love Donovan. I think eventually maybe he does make his way to Miami. I think it could be inevitable, or the Knicks change up the scenery. But, I don't want to spend too much time on it myself, mentally or emotionally, because Kyrie's been a lot. He's been on the team for 3 years. He's missing more games than he's played in, and there's been a lot of controversy, a lot of drama. So just going to see how it plays out. Maybe on episode 29 we'll have a little bit better, clear-cut news on it. But this was just an unfortunate situation that's evolved. So we'll see when the contract talks and the trade. But wrapping up basketball, Sue Bird's retiring. Last game in New York. That was cool. Love Sue Bird out of Christ the King, Queens. We played them in high school. Bodied us, white boys. Killed us. They were fucking good. They're good. Lamar Odom. You walk in, bro. Listen, I think we had a game on Saturday. I'm the only brown. I'm 2 brown people on that team. We walk into that gym on a Saturday. You walk in, and they have the display. It's Lamar Odom, Sue Bird, somebody else. It's these 2 motherfuckers went there. God, and this was 20 2006, 2005 Lamar Odom. I ain't talking like crack
So before
Lamar
he
Odom.
was
I'm
on
talking
crack.
Yeah, before pre-crack. I'm talking he's hooping. Yeah. So then you walk in and it's just like the game's over before you even hit the court.
Hey, Lamar
and then
Odom
you hit
got
the
some
layup line.
rings, bro.
Yeah, he does.
Lamar
Shout
Odom
out.
got
And
some
then
rings.
shout out Sue Bird. She's a goat in her own regard.
She
And then what I
definitely is a
said
goat.
before, fake Klay Thompson can't pass security. Probably got like 20 people fired.
Listen, bro, that shit was so funny. He just walked up. He had like shit in his hands and his little Warriors hoodie up. Like just walked in. They let him in, no problem. I saw a tweet that said they realized it wasn't Klay when he started hitting consecutive shots. I was like, yo, come on,
that.
bro.
That was fire.
That's fucked up. But look, man, that's such a cool moment for him. And then he was partying with them. They brought him out to party. So like, yeah, he got banned from the Chase Center, but so what? So what? He can go anywhere else.
He got banned and he said, "Hey."
Clout.
Yep, he got the clout. He got followers. He got a thing that, and then they won, so it gives him even more of a reason to stay alive. You know, maybe Klay gets him reinstated for next year.
I'll take getting banned from the Chase Center all day if it means I could party with them boys after a championship, bro.
For sure. Bro. In today's world, you could
banned from the FTX arena so I could party with Jimmy Butler and them boys if we win a championship.
So many places you could go watch a game in other arenas or at home. You could hook yourself in the lab. Getting banned from an arena for indefinitely, it doesn't mean permanently. So it's like 1 year, 2 year. You eat that. You trade all that in easily. That happened after we recorded 27.
Those are good reasons to get banned from arenas. Like, don't get
for sure. There's a lot of bad reasons too, and that's one of the good reasons.
Don't do that.
Let's talk about quick, 5 minutes or whatever about UFC Fight Night. Obviously talk about UFC Fight Night. I didn't watch any of it, but I know, we got some listeners that do love UFC like ourselves. But also when you talk about that, lead into what we got coming up next weekend or 2 weekends from now, right?
Yeah, man, that UFC card, bro, it wasn't really like too many big names or stacked or anything like that, but it delivered. It fucking delivered. I think out of the 13 fights, there was 9 finishes between knockouts and submissions, and one of my favorite subs, a Darce choke. My boy Kevin Holland finished that off. Shout out him for that. Dope. There was all the knockouts, all the submissions, all the finishes. They all got performance of the night. So like my brother said, Dana White was busy with that checkbook. I love that, bro. Like, I love that shit. Like, I love when they gave Gilbert Burns his money as if he would have fought when he lost to Shamaev. Like, when they do shit like that, like,
yeah,
that's just
they make up for their wrongdoings by doing shit like that in the
past. Sure. Yeah. Big story of the night, like one of the stories of the card, Adrian Yanez versus Tony Kelly. Tony Kelly was one of the coaches for, I forget which fight who fought, but they caught him on, in the corner saying dirty Brazilian, all they do is cheat. So a lot of fighters took that some kind of way personally. A lot of fans took it personally. He came after and said that he didn't mean it, in a derogatory way. But
when you're in a fight, I would give him the benefit, because there's different when you're in competition. You say some shit, I get it. When you're in a fight, you be thinking, this motherfucker's Hitler. This motherfucker's the devil. You probably thinking some crazy shit, and you happen to say something while microphones are on you. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
So he fought Adrian Yanez.
That's wild though to say it.
Yeah, and a lot of other UFC people were like, "Yo, if you knock this dude out, I'll give you $10K. Like, if you finish him, I'll give you this. I'll give you that." He knocked Buddy out. It was a TKO. Adrian Yanez delivered that fight. So a lot of people were happy with that. Man, the other fight, Julian Marquez, Gregory Rodriguez, that shit was fire. Like, ended first round, but that Gregory Rodriguez dude, he did his thing. Like, he calls himself RoboCop, and he fucking looked like RoboCop. The other one, I mentioned earlier, Tim Means, Kevin Holland finished with a Darce choke. Kevin Holland is tough, bro. He's nice. I like watching him fight.
Yeah,
He's a vigilante.
Little showboat, right?
Yeah,
Showboat king.
He talks a
He's
lot
fun
of
to
shit,
watch.
and I mean, like, he stopped people from doing crimes. He stopped people from stealing. Like, this dude that they started calling him Batman and shit. And bro, he's great for the sport. It's awesome. And then main event, Calvin Kattar, Josh Emmett. Great fight after the first round. First round they were just measuring up, feeling each other for a little bit, but then the last 4 rounds delivered. Sal D'Amato needs to either, one, get his eyes checked, get new glasses, get new contacts, go to a fucking UFC judging class or 7 of them, or he just needs to get fired. Like, this dude is like, there's only 3 judges to begin with, so this dude, I don't know what fight he watches. I don't know how he judges his fights. I don't know how he does any of that shit, but he sucks. Like, he's really bad at his job, and it's costing some fighters championship fights, main events, whatever the case may be, because I don't know how you judge that fight. I thought it was a split decision. I thought Calvin Kattar won. My brother thought Calvin Kattar won. Our boy Dre Day thought Calvin Kattar won. Like, the world thought Calvin Kattar won because my brother's got an app and it gives you the rundown on what everyone decides on the rounds. I don't know, bro. Like, Calvin Kattar if he won that fight, he was going to fight, for maybe get a shot against Volk or whoever won Volk and Holloway 3 in the next couple of weeks. But I don't know, bro. That shit really pissed me off, but that's the nature of the game, bro. Like, sometimes, like, it's a close fight. You got to finish people off, bro. You got to find a way. But that was a banger. I'm trying to rewatch it because that shit was good. Shit was good. Another good card next week, and then, of course, pay-per-view July 2nd. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, that'll be great. Hopefully, let's say it on the podcast so we can remember when we watch this back. Yeah, put it in my veins. Let's get we got a couple people, Diaz brothers, to get on the podcast, something like that. Let's get somebody either. What do you think to have let's really invest in this card as one of our UFC heavy episodes, whether it's a pre-fight or a post. What would you prefer? A pre-fight call, like preview, or a post? What do you think?
Shit,
post.
You already know me and my brother going live. You and I already kind of talked about that. What we plan on doing, for that. So we definitely going to do that. I mean,
we'll talk about that often.
I'll DM Diaz twins and see what they got going on.
Yeah, please.
See if they want to jump on the live or what.
And we got a couple others that can as well. If they don't, I know we got, what is that? The outside. Oh fuck, what's that called? I don't want to mess up their vibe. Well, we got your brother. We could do either way. We could have some fun with it. We could have you and your brother, or your brother, hop on an episode before, which is next week, or we could do a live, obviously,
sure.
Or we could have them on. But we got the outside the stadium. We've talked to them. They got a solid following on UFC. Diaz twins. We got a couple other people that we interact with on social media for UFC. But yeah, let's make it a point. I'm saying this on this now. Hold us accountable, because when I listen back, I'll remember it and want to set some up for that. So let's play that out. So yeah, we'll do some fun things for that card. That'll be very exciting.
Stacked card, bro. 2 championship fights.
And then one of the last kind of topics that I have, obviously, that we mentioned a little bit for Drake's new album, Honestly, Nevermind. Great album cover. You'll say your opinion, I'll say mine. Maybe it's the context of where I'm at and then what I'm doing and kind of what I think about it. But, dropped all of a sudden. It got announced during the morning, and then it was like, oh, dropping at midnight. You say your opinion. Wait, first of all, shout out your hat. Shout out the hat. Bro. Put on the hat before I forget it. Shout out Enter the Lab hat. You got to figure out how I can get one. You got to tell people. We got people DMing us for cases, literally. We got people wanting one. We won't make money on it. If Billionaires Row wants to put on the side of it,
that new era.
But on the other side,
like, the new era is
Billionaires
just
Row
like,
wants to put on a little sponsor on the side. You know what I mean?
hey, you know, the
We could
new
clear
era
at least 12,000 of these.
is
At least
friends and family
12,000.
only. Friends,
Fuck.
family, and guests that have been on. The new era is
That hat
strictly
is
business,
kind of is tough, dog.
But like,
Damn, I'm looking at it now like
we might
fuck.
get some trucker hats. We might have some snapbacks. Fitted.
I need to. You still haven't told me off air
Look,
how you
bro,
did it, but you got to
this shit
tell
is
me. You got to tell
clean,
me how
bro.
much it cost. Details.
Shit
But
is
anyway,
clean, bro.
Drake album.
Trash.
Okay.
Bro, look. I should have known when I started listening to this album that it was going to be not good. As soon as I heard the intro wasn't good. As soon as I heard the intro and he wasn't snapping straight bars on the intro, because it's not a Drake album unless he just destroys the intro. Like Tuscan Leather, like we know this. Like this should be a given. And there's people that are gonna say that it's a different kind of vibe, it's a different kind of whatever than what he normally does. And he even said it himself, like, oh, if you don't get the album, then I feel bad for you type shit. Or it's not a bad, like, bro, it's like a dance music, house music, like EDM type feel album. I don't even know, man. I heard it through like 4 or 5 times. I've heard it in the car. I've heard it on my AirPods. I've heard it on my phone. I've heard it on my MacBook. So like, I've given it like chances. And man, like I'll tell you, bro, like let's see. I really wanted Text Go Green to be a banger so I could like block a girl and like send her that and then her text go green and she's like, oh ha 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 ha, it's so funny. But shit. Nah, like it's okay. Text Go Green is all right. Sticky is good. Thinking and then Jimmy Cooks with 21. Those like 2 out of 14 songs, maybe 3 out of 14 songs. My man's got to stop chilling with Jack Harlow because this shit was not good, bro. Shit was not good. And to be honest, to be fair, like I'm not even hating or I'm not even like trying to be disrespectful or anything, but
okay,
like Drake's last 3 albums haven't been that great.
Okay.
Certified Lover Boy had a few songs on there, and then Dark Lane demo tapes was okay, but we need, man.
All right, I'm gonna come a little different because I like we don't try to disagree just for the sake, but we also don't try to play any card. We don't talk about things prior much. Then we just we hit record and vibe. But for me, where I am, like I said, if it wasn't for Drake, I would be 100% country music at this point. And when we were camping last weekend, 100% country music. We were or rock and roll or rock music, which was fine. But like what I've been on is it's funny because I be making fun of country music because it's not my thing. But like it's just like it's that man. These songs are funny, bro. Some of these songs are gimmicky, very gimmicky. But I'm sure those same people listen to hip hop and be like, that's gimmicky as well. So can't judge without being, a little aware. But my songs, I listened to the album on the way to a museum type activity today. I don't want to talk about it on the podcast. Wrote down 5 songs that stood out to me. Currents, I liked. Sticky, Massive was that's definitely a good vibe. Downhill and Jimmy Cooks. Obviously, Jimmy Cooks, he threw out a nice little upbeat rap song at the end, but I didn't know what to expect, and I went into it, oh shit, Drake dropping an album in 8 hours, cool, let's see what it is. Before I even hit play on any of them, I heard it was lame, I heard it was bad, it's a dance album, okay, cool, now I know. At least I know when I hit play, I know what to expect. That actually helped me. That actually helped my perspective on the album. Like, okay, I know it's a lady song. It's But guess what? Those same people that I seen tweeting about it, saying it was trash, or in a group chat, 2 days later, 1 day later, were saying, "Oh wait, this album's kind of good by the pool. Oh wait, this album.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this song. Oh wait,
You know,
all
with
right."
the drink in your hand, and the girl chilling with you. In Las Vegas.
This is why you got to listen to albums a few times. This is why you got to listen in your car, at your crib, with your girl, in the club. Like, you got to hear it sonically, no matter what album it is. Obviously, some albums more than others, you figure it out right away. You're like, okay, I get where we're going with this. But the GOATs of all time. We're talking Kendrick. We're talking J. Cole. We're talking Drake. These guys that sometimes you don't know what to expect. You think you expect a Drake album. It's going to be bangers, nothing but hits. He'll throw a little wrench at you, and I like that. I like that he produces music, because when you respect an artist, you will get whatever they want to produce, and I love that. That's it. That's kind of my review.
Yeah, I mean, it was, to me, bro, like I said, like, that shit is gonna be, like, I saw a lot of tweets saying that it's gonna be played in Zumba classes and at HMN and shit like that, like at a Pilates class, like that. There's just yeah, if I'm at the club and I got a table and I got like a bottle of fucking Casamigos and some fucking champagne with a bunch of women, yeah, I'm gonna be vibing to the album.
Yeah,
but like, I shouldn't have to be doing all that to vibe to the album. And I don't know, man. It's just, it wasn't for me. It wasn't my thing. Like, I'll play some of the songs,
okay.
Maybe like Jimmy Cooks and Sticky Massive, maybe. But overall, like, my boy said it's a European album. Like, bro, like, I don't have to go to Europe to fucking vibe to the album. No, bro. So they were like, oh, he named it, and he was like, honestly, never mind. Yeah, honestly, never mind. You shouldn't have dropped this shit. But like, it's Drake. That the fucked up thing is it's Drake. So obviously it's gonna be number one because it's Drake. And then the fact that he dropped it out of nowhere and he said nothing about it, he's like, oh, album at midnight. So like, everyone's gonna be like, all right, let me listen to this shit. Let me listen to the second song, because they were like, all right, when does it start getting good?
No, absolutely. Yeah, no, I get it. But like I said, I'm glad that I heard little negative about it, because when I went into it and I heard the first song, I don't like, actually. And then it warms up to me a little bit. There's a couple songs that had like a minute and a half left that I skipped, and that's not like me to do that to a Drake song, but I got the point. But what? Out of, there's 14 songs. I definitely liked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there was a few that I could have liked as well. I'll call it 7 or 8. I mean, whatever. You're not going to like every song on an album. But guess what? It's summer. And that's what Drake's going to do. It's summer. He's trying to relate. And guess what Drake's going to do in September and October? He's going to drop another album. We're going to forget about this.
Bro.
We're going to forget about it. So it don't matter. So I don't want to spend too much time on it. We want to wrap up episode 28. I just got a refill of my tequila because I'm on vacation. I'm out here. Usually I'll be sipping wine. A little gummy, a little wine, but now I'm on vacation. Time to get reckless. I haven't got drunk since I was with you, actually. And I wasn't even drunk. Shout out Mike, actually. Shout out Mike. He was living his best life, as he should. And then, him and Bree were vibing. Me and you were vibing. I wasn't that lit, but I was lit enough to know that, or sober enough to know that they were fucked up.
Yeah, they were faded.
I got a good video of Bree, and I'll send it to you. She'll probably be mad at me, but whatever. It's great. Her in the elevator, she was, Popeye looking, like this, yelling at me, of course, but that was good times. Let's see. Yeah, let's wrap this up. I got a few things on my mentions or shout outs or things that I want to talk about, but let's wrap up episode 28, Enter the Lab. What do you got for us, Ford?
Shit, man. The whole day, bro, like, whenever we record, I try to think of things to, like, say at the end, because I know it's going to happen. And, like...
You want me to go first and then you do it? Because I got some news, and then you could leave us with some wisdom.
No. Okay. I don't really have much, but actually, yeah, go ahead.
Let me go first. Yeah. I figured change it up a little bit. World Cup in Miami 2026. Shout out. That'd be fire. I don't know if I'll be living in South Florida at that time. But hey, maybe I'll be living in Florida. So I'll probably be,
got to.
Around that situation. Let's see. RIP Internet Explorer.
That shit over with. 26,
right?
27.
Like I didn't even know that was a thing. It was a big deal on the internet. I guess it is a big deal when in the internet. I keep saying internet as if I'm like, whatever. That's how I speak. Internet world. That is a big deal. They were, I think, the first browser, right? Like first established browser.
Probably. I'm not
late
sure.
90s. I think I seen like RIP 1996 to like 2022.
Yeah, it was like 26 years
yeah,
old
dog.
or some shit.
Yeah, dog. That's like I had a Gateway computer 2000, and that was like buying a brand new MacBook Pro at this time. Like now, like buying a Gateway in 2000. So if Internet Explorer was alive before 2000, that's a big fucking deal. Just want to throw that out there just in case y'all didn't know. Shout out Google Chrome. Google Chrome works better than any other.
Yeah, Google Chrome is a shit.
Oh yeah, and the last thing I got, F1, fun weekend this weekend. I know your brother got into it. He hit me up. Fort David. I love that he's into it. Gravy's into it. Matt, Mo, and TT. I got a little group of friends. I got Bryce, that a friend of a friend, is into it. So I got some good amount of people that I could talk to about Formula One, and I'm excited about that because, man, like I keep saying, it's a good drama, it's a good sport, it's a good business, it's got everything. And myself, Mo, and TT will. I think we're gonna get tickets this week to go to Austin, Texas for Formula One in October. I think it's end of October, like the 21st. We're gonna go. It'll be my first race. It'll be their first race. So we're probably going to drop a good amount of money because it is expensive. You could do like a 3-day package where they have like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday's the practice, Saturday's qualifying, Sunday is the race. And all of it is a few hours. So like practice, they do 2 practices, which takes up 2 to 3 hours of actual race time. But obviously the before and after is good. Qualifying, they get a little, that's another 2-hour event. So that's another, event. And then they got the race day. So I'm excited about it. It'll be something that we're doing as a celebration of love for me, I guess, later on in the year. Wink, wink. Relax. Yeah, we'll figure out something. So that's all I got. Formula One. Shout out. I finished the series. Great. Fort David, I'm glad you're into it. I'm into it. I love you. All right, you can take it away from here.
Shit. I'm glad you mentioned shows. I finished Part 1, Season 4 of Stranger Things. Fucking fire. That shit was crazy. I'm glad I finished it now and not when it first dropped because I only got to wait a few days to the second part. I'm glad I rewatched it from Season 1 and got caught up and, remembered. Just started The Boys.
Nice.
Season 3, Episode 1 today.
And then in the summer, you'll do F1 in the summer.
I'll do
Don't get too late, though, because the season's getting good. So like once it gets into like end of summer, you have to be into it already. So hurry up to those.
My brother texted me. He's like, "Do you know if Ray's driving right now?" I'm like, "What? Yeah, I gotta log in and see his dash cam." Like, no, bro. Why would I know that?
Hey, it's funny because when he hit me up, I was texting you at the same similar time, and I have him in my phone as I think I have it as Fort David. Oh no, David Fort. So like I have a picture next to your name, but not next to him, and I was confused for a second. I was like, "Wait, what? Oh shit!" Because the D. I don't have you as Danny Fort, but like the Fort throws me off. So it's so funny how I seen it. I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot he's into this," and we started going back and forth all the time. So it's good. Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, no, I mean. We got a whiteboard at our job at the warehouse today to fucking, make sure we all know like when we're getting deliveries in and out and whatnot. And I decided to myself and for my coworkers and my colleagues that I'm gonna put quotes up there, bro. So I'm gonna give you all the 2 quotes that I've written on there so far. I wrote one on Friday and I wrote one on Monday.
Let's get it.
The one that I wrote on Friday is by, T.S. Eliot, gangster. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Just think about that shit.
Think about let that marinate.
Just hit the little 10-second rewind on YouTube or hit the little back arrow like twice so you could read that. You can listen to that shit again. Yep. And then quote number 2. Here it is. Judy Garland. No idea who that is, but it was a good quote. And this is a quote because now everyone wants to be someone else, and everyone wants to chase this persona on social media and for likes and for clout and whatever. And we don't do that kind of shit here. We stick to our guns and we stick to who we are. So this is a good one. Always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of a second-rate version of somebody else.
Ooh,
bars. That's fucking bars, bro. I had to read that shit like twice.
Throw one of Flex's bombs on them.
Before I wrote it on the fucking board, and even Kenny saw it, and he wrote facts 100 on it. So
Factuals.
Hey, I'm doing something right, bro. Doing something right. Shout out Kenny. It was Father's Day. His birthday was a few weeks ago. I forgot to say it on here. That's my dog. Giving me all the workout tips. Getting me swole. Telling me not to eat bread because I'll get fat. Holding me accountable. We talk shit.
Is that dude that you keep sending me videos of? Shout out.
Whoa, chill.
Well, you know what I mean.
What you
mean?
I mean?
Like good videos.
What you talking about, bro?
Is that Kenny? You driving around with?
Bro. Yeah, that's my dog.
Shout out Kenny.
Yeah,
that's the dog. Bro. Hey, I don't know you.
He's had enough of my shit, bro. He's had enough of my shit.
No, I would too.
I'll be singing the song, and he'll be like, "Damn, bro, let him sing this fucking song."
Some of the times you send me videos, I'm like, Kenny's sick of your shit. I didn't even know his name until just now. So, shout out him. He's well in shape. That he's proven every single day. Black don't crack in any type of form. Because
56.
When you told me how old he was, I was like
56.
I don't even want to. I don't have to say anything else, but my man's looking luxurious.
Hey, and look, he said he's down to get on and talk fitness. So
here we go.
We'll have to coordinate some shit.
We vibing.
See what's up. But hey,
let's wrap it up. Episode 28. Episode 29, I will be in. Where will I be? Episode 29. I'm trying to think.
Bro, are you serious?
Nah, I'll be home.
Come on, dog.
I really had to think about it. Unless, because I'm going to have to, from here on Saturday, I'm driving from Myrtle Beach to Panama City, take care of a couple things, and then I'm going from Panama City, which is on the handle of Florida, which is like Mississippi, basically, or Alabama.
East Coast, let's go. That's your new nickname. East Coast,
so
let's go.
Ooh, I like that. That's 10 hours there and then 10 hours home. So I think on Monday night, I'm going to try to get home. Normal recording time, but we might be a little later. So plan for my text to keep you updated on that. Okay?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Because I'll be driving. That means in 48 hours, I'll be driving 20 plus hours. So, shout out your boy. Hopefully, I'm safe on the road.
R.I.P. your glutes. Yeah, be safe, bro. Pay attention.
Yeah, no, a lot of podcasts to listen to. Hopefully, you guys, when you guys are doing your normal shit, you pop us in for a little bit. Pop us
podcast.
in. The what?
The Ben Baller podcast.
Yeah, I got a lot of things. What kept me entertained this weekend was F1. This is probably bad that I'm saying this, but I was watching F1 on the road while driving. It was right in front of me. I wasn't, not in my hand. I had it like up on the glass, like in my proper, on the stand on all that. So it was kind of cool, just passing by time. But yeah, episode 29, we'll have fun. A little update from the week, NBA draft, and whatever craziness this world has to give us to talk about. Yeah, and then episode 30 will be fun. We'll be live and in person. We'll have some definitely lives. How hopefully maybe have a guest. So I'm looking forward to the next couple episodes. As I was
Being
this
under
one
the
with my
influence.
Fort's looking good with a green screen. Let us know how
green screen shit.
if you watch this on YouTube and you
shit.
watch this far, let us know what you think about Fort's green screen and my green screen. It's worth it. It looks quality. It's we're moving up in the world of production.
High quality production.
Yes, sir. Episode 28, Elvis Escobar, Fort Sama, enter the lab, exit the lab. Peace.